Hello everyone, I'm Alexandra, live from New York City, surviving the plague, trying to figure out how to exist during this time of quarantine. Then it dawned on me, Bill de Blasio and Andrew Cuomo don't know whether or not the schools are going to reopen. Since the schools aren't going to reopen anytime soon, and parents and teachers everywhere are having anxiety attacks, I have decided to bring you the complete works of Shakespeare in under 5 minutes. I can do this. I am not a professor, I don't have a PhD, but I am an actor, and I love all these shows. I might get a little raunchy, I might not, but I feel like I'm home. I'm an actor. I'm bored out of my mind. So, I am going to give you the complete works of Shakespeare in under 5 minutes. First, we're going to start with the tragedies. Romeo and Juliet. Don't let anyone fool you. What this show is about: sectarian violence is responsible for the death of 7 people. End of story. Othello. This show: misplaced handkerchief destroys many lives. Othello. Life and Death of King John. Don't worry, nobody ever does this show. But if they do, if your name is Arthur and you're the heir to the British throne, don't hang out on walls. You'll just fall down, and your mother, named Constance, will rip her hair out and England will go insane. Titus Andronicus. Revenge. Goths. Dinner. Julius Caesar. If Julius Caesar listened to his wife and stayed home, everything would be fine. It would also be a 2-minute play. Antony and Cleopatra. Sex, snakes, death. Macbeth. Codependency is a bad thing. Timon of Athens. He's rich, he's poor, he goes insane, he lives in a cave, he goes more insane. It's like Lear, but not as good. Coriolanus. He's Italian, he's loved, he's hated. He's like Giuliani or Cuomo. We love him, we hate him. Eventually, people die. Then he dies. But really, it's a story about a mama's boy. Now we're going to the histories. Also the tragedies, but this is the original history. Richard II. If you're a spoiled, rich, pretty boy, you are not going to do well in prison. And you're going to find out that you've been a spoiled boy way too late, and you'll die. Henry IV. Rich boy likes to party. Prince Hal likes to party. His dad gets sick. He kills Hotspur. Wackiness ensues. The second part of Henry IV. Hal's still partying with Falstaff. He's gonna be the king, but he really prefers partying. But then he realized that he has to get sober and blow off his drinking buddies. Henry V. Prince Hal is pretty much in charge of things now, and he has a thing for French girls, so he has to go out and conquer France, and everyone lives happily ever after. Well, except for France. But he gets to hook up with a hot French girl, so that's cool. Henry VI, Part 1. The Red Rose, Lancaster. White Rose, York. There's British, there's a civil war, there's fighting. Joan of Arc is completely insane. Henry VI, Part 2. Lancaster, York, Red Rose, White Rose, fighting. And it has the line, first thing we shall do, we shall kill all the lawyers. They're fighting, they're fighting, they're fighting. Henry VI, Part 3. or as I call it, a prequel to Richard III. They're fighting, they're fighting, they're fighting. Richard III gets power, Margaret kills a lot of people, wackiness ensues. Richard III. Disgruntled, differently abled, cisgender male, seeks revenge on people who have wronged him. Lots of people die. Henry VIII. King with low sperm count has affinity to murder. Hamlet. Mommy issues. King Lear. Daddy issues. Moving on to the comedies. All's well that ends well. I'm Helena. I'm a stalker. I want to get married. I get married. Comedy of errors. Go to Hulu, watch any episode of Three's Company. That's the show. Much Ado About Nothing. Weddings are horrible. Weddings are really horrible. Weddings turn out to be good. Two Gentlemen of Verona. Romantic comedy, dog, marriage. 12th Night. If you get a love letter and someone says you need to dress cross-gartered, it's a scam. Cross-dressing, shipwreck, sword fighting, everyone gets married. Merry Wives of Windsor. Okay, basically, there's women, there's a fat drunk named Falstaff, they throw him into a laundry cart, wackiness ensues, everyone lives pretty much happily ever after. As You Like It. Insane politician forces young girl to dress up as boy and run into the woods. Insane politician disappears into a cave. Everyone lives happily ever after. Cymbeline. Like As You Like It, not as good. No one ever does this play, it's okay. Taming of the Shrew. This is a toughie. Victim of toxic masculinity marries feminist. Merchant of Venice. Anti-Semitic wasp dresses up as judge to save slacker boyfriend. Let's see, what else have we here? Now we're going to go to the romances, the later plays, the problem plays. Here we go. Pericles, Prince of... No one ever does this fucking word. No one does it. It's okay. There's a marina, there's sailors, there's a evil stepmother, something... The Tempest. Like Pericles, but much better. Basically, a mystical hippie musician lives on an island, learns forgiveness, his daughter gets married. Two Noble Kinsmen. I like Amelia. No, I like Amelia. 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 There's a stocky jailer's daughter. Everyone gets married. Measure for Measure. Fanatical politician wants to have sex with a nun. Or the Mike Pence story. Troilus and Cressida. No one knows what this play is about. There's Helen of Troy, they're Greek, they're Trojan. They never do this play. It makes no sense. And finally, The Winter's Tale. There's a chick, her name is Paulina. Do not mess with her. And if you're Leontes and you're jealous, that's a bad thing. And if you're in the woods and you hear a bear, run. Everyone lives happily ever after. The end. All right, thank you for that. I hope you found it very enjoyable or somewhat enjoyable. If you found any of this entertaining in any way, shape, or form, I am on Venmo, A-Kramer, Venmo. Please, I would love to get a tip, and if not, I totally understand. But I hope you at least found that entertaining. I've had a good time talking to you. Stay safe and happy, and wash your hands. Thank you so much.